What up, Bobby? What are you up to, brother? I got some ladies out here in front of me. It's pretty packed up here today. But I'm just gonna play off the seniors. Keeping it, feeling in the flow. I love it, Pat. I'm absolutely gonna try to keep it in the flow, you know, like feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Come on, Mick golfers and whoever else, it's golfing time type stuff, you know. Traveling for work, where are you headed, man? Are you keeping it in the state for you? Won't be able to chat much. Hey, that's okay. I appreciate you popping in at all. As the, never, why does that seemingly vaguely ring a bell? In-state, okay, okay. Well, I hope it's safe, quick, and profitable. Guess I'll flip this around while I'm waiting here. They're still kind of in my line of fire right now on their second shot, so we're gonna wait this out just another minute. But when I heard there was basically one opening on the day, and it was at 9:30, and I heard that at 9:10, I said, okay, well, grabbing all my things, it's time to go. So I've not hit a range ball, I've not chipped, I've not putted. We'll get all those excuses out good and early. So I'm just gonna have to step up and be him today. Still awaiting the ferrules for my new set of irons. Very excited about that though. That should be in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I mean, it sounded good. It looked fine until you got to the end result. That's true too. Have fun, guys. All right, initial shot is off. Cranked it down here. I think I'm going to be behind the one tree that I could possibly have found realistically. Trying to drive a little slower so the wind isn't so bad on the microphone. You can let me know if that's helpful. Plus, I'm just going to have to hurry up and wait anyway. Let's see, where am I? Where am I at? Oh, right on top of there. Okay, well, that'll leave us with some interesting options, I guess. As you can see, this is like the only tree anywhere near the fairway, and I have found myself right behind it. So I could literally hit like a pitching wedge or something over to the left, or I could try to maybe draw an 8-iron to the right of the tree, or I could punch something right at the cart path intentionally and see if I could get a little extra play like that. They seem to have cut the rough here recently. I don't think it'll be that penalizing to be in the rough. I don't realistically think I can get it under this tree because I'm sitting on a hill in front of me. I think I'm going to go around it to the right. Like, what else do you want? Pulling trick shot. We've been trying to get Lex to skip one across the water for months. See if it takes me that long. Let's see here. Do tight pants affect my golf game? I would imagine that they could, Robbie. I think that's real possible. I think tight anything could affect the golf game, really. Where'd that ball go? It was right here. What did I do with it? Did I not go far enough? Maybe I didn't go far enough. There it is. Okay. Okay. I don't think that was a crazy shot, even in hindsight. I got a clear look at the pin, but it's sort of on the outskirts of what I could realistically control and get there. So I think I'm going to try to just basically put it to the front of this green. All right, well, unfortunately not what we were looking for there, but still not by any means unparable at this point. still parable. This is a par 5, by the way. And that was, what, shot 1, 4? All right, so I got to sink a long putt for a par, or I will be starting on the bogey train. A lot of things going on there early. Getting stuck behind a tree, getting teed up from 120 yards out. All right. Let's see what we can do with this putter here early. Well, the real Mick golfers know. Bogey time, bogey time. Why can't I do better? Set up the camera behind the holes, but I will do that next time. That was just such a long initial lag putt, but I will take that advice. Okay, now we got a little par 3 here. Let me actually try to keep score today. Something I'm infamously bad at. Let's see here. Playing the gold. Also terrible at remembering I'm playing the gold. All right, 6 with a 2 putt. And now, a chance for redemption. Looks like they're exiting the green. One of them just picking up that ball outside of the putter lane. Bad form. If you're going to quit, do it before you even get to the green. You know what I mean? Okay. Where's that pin at? Looks like it's at the front. I would think we'd be able to get a 9-iron there. So let's try that plan. Real long, kind of thin mat, but okay, that's going to be quite the chip back at it. This is where not having a rangefinder probably isn't that helpful. But also, that was just a thinned ball. I'll tell you, I have been hitting these particular balls a little further, but still just didn't expect that. All right, here, coming up on this screen, I've got the ball ran over the back here. So I'm definitely going to want to chip it over all of this messed up green. Let's see what we can do here. This will be a miracle if I can get out of this one with a par. Yes, that was sweet. Thank you, Robbie. And I like that I came prepared with the 56 and the chipper, but I knew that chipper. It was time to dust it off. Perhaps my most underrated club in the bag. What up, Lil Golfy? What up, Tom? Walk up, brother. Walk up. As a noun right there. You walk up, you know, that's the thing that you are. You walk up. Oh, wait, I just about forgot. I'm playing the gold tees. Let's scooter on up. How you doing this morning? All right. These ladies are out here a little left of fairway. If I hit this thing right, big if I hit it right, I got a real good chance of turning around and parring this after that. So let's hope for the best there, huh? Also, let's write the score down from last time. That was a 3 with a 1 putt. It's one of the better pars I've gotten in a while. And getting it early. Let's hope that this is a momentum builder. Because sometimes it's like, I know that these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes are really fairly easy, at least in comparison to the rest of the course. So if you just, you know, don't score early, or at least, you know, not have disasters early, it's pretty hard to score. And Tom, I saw that comment there. No, I am not in Florida. I'm in Virginia, sort of the very east coast there of Virginia. Today I'm playing at my home course. It's called Hobbs Hole. It's in Tappahannock, Virginia. And it was in super great shape like 2 months ago. The weather beat up the greens a little bit, but overall the place is still in really good shape, weather factors taken into consideration. All right, gonna switch over to the headset here when it's not 740. Yeah. So we have honestly recently in Virginia, and this is one of them. It's, I don't know, probably 80 degrees out, um, which is great. Um, Actually, I'll just plug the phone in here in a second. Okay, looks like I am almost ready to tee off here. Here's going to be the other story of the day today. The Wilson Boost $10 a dozen golf ball. Got put onto these by watching Golf Ball Addict channel, and you know, they've really just way exceeded expectations. I mean, I've had some of the longest drives with these things. It's been outrageous. So I'm hoping I can replicate that today. We'll see. But if I can actually rip one here, you're going to see why I'm holding off, even though they're at the cart path sign. But we'll see if I can get a hold of one. I'm going to try my very best to just take a smooth swing and not swing for the fences here. But it's also hard not to because this is kind of a wide open hole. There's once again only one tree that can really get me in trouble for the most part. So plan is stay away from the one tree, if at all possible. There we go. Smoked. Absolutely smoked. Okay. I think my concerns were justified by waiting until they were away from the cart path signs. Okay. Let's plug this phone in so I don't die. The phone doesn't die. Don't flag me, YouTube. I'm not doing anything risky here. Just playing golf. All right. Okay. Let's go catch up with that ball. Again, I got a hold of it, so we'll see where it is. But I believe I'm going to find it at the end of the fairway. I'll run it off the fairway. Is that who's it? Red Dog? There we go. What's up, Red Dog? Red Dog, I recently learned how to drive the ball, and now all of a sudden I'm a monster. Okay, I am just off the fairway here. Um, but I'll show you what I was talking about in terms of waiting there on the cart pass sign. There's the ball, and there's the cart pass sign. So we were kind of right on it. And maybe had another 10 yards left there on the fairway. Uh, so you're not kidding. Let's flip this around. Have some real talk with Keith here for a moment. So, Doug, you are not kidding in terms of setup being the difference. I'm really not doing anything drastically different other than going through a very set pre-shot routine on my driver where grip is the main thing that I'm concentrating on with my left hand, and sort of like the driver face control to that. And I mean that's really about it. And then with that closed face, letting my body make the adjustment on the tilt. And I mean, I have just been uncorking ridiculous drives. And I do think that this silly, stupid, cheap golf ball is helping too. Um, I think it's fairly low spin. Um, and I mean, it's got some get up and go for a $10 a dozen ball. Like, it's crazy. The Wilson Boost is what I decided I would try the other day after watching Golf Ball Addict channel. And these things consistently do well on the drive. You're going to get distance on the approach shot. They're not going to check up quite as well around the green as like a good three-piece ball, which is part of the reason that that last hole I decided to use my chipper instead of going at it with a 56. And but I'm really thinking that the trade-off is worth it. Um, I can chip different ways, um, but this ball is just explosive off the face of these clubs. Oh man, just thinning them early. I'll make the adjustment. That's all right. At least I roped the drive far enough down that that's not going to be super punitive. I'm going to put the car over here, zoom in, and take my shot. Hopefully that'll be good enough. Again, that was a little thin. Good thing I gave myself some wiggle room there with that drive. Sometimes trying to do that fancy wedge work off of a hill lie um, can be a little tough. Let's see what the prescription's going to be here. Okay, that's not terrible. All right, there's the ball. There's the hole. It was at least online. Hmm. This may be a rollout with the chipper play again. Oh, just no pop on that one. Rough caught me up. All right, that's shot 4. So this long putt is now for bogey. All right, let's at least get it there. Mm, decent run at it. Couldn't risk leaving it short though. All right, first double of the day. At least it took 3 holes this time. I don't always get that kind of relief. All right, on to an easy par 3. Theoretically easy par 3 anyway. Let's see. What did that say there? Morning all. Hey, what's up, Cameron? as we have all now fallen into the habit of saying, walk up. Walk up, Cameron. Oh, let's plug this phone in before it craps out on you there. There we go. All right, they are on the green up here. Man, don't you just love turning an absolute whopper of a drive into a double bogey? That is just amazing. Are you playing Wilson irons? I am not. I do actually have some Wilson irons, some like super game improvement ones, the Launchpad series. I tend to play though the Ping Zing twos, but I do have a custom set that I'm building out right now. Um, so maybe within a couple of weeks I'll have those ready. But those are some Maltby TS3s that I've got cooking at the moment, doing some custom paint fills on them and whatever. You may have seen it there in the McGolfin club fitting section. Let's see if there was anything I missed here. Best part of my game, I like this drop. Approach at the moment. Yeah, I'll tell you, Red Dog. If you're still there, Red Dog. I've had some issues there with the approach as well. Gonna ask if you were gaming those. Um, yeah, no, I've been using the Ping Zing twos pretty exclusively for I don't know, like this whole summer anyway. I guess I got them maybe I don't know, early spring or something, and kind of initially went back and forth a little bit. I will break them out though if the course is really wet because they've got like a really fat sole on them, just to help from like digging in. You know, but like it's almost impossible to leave a divot with them. Um, okay, let's see what we can do here. Oh, nope, I'm about to hit the wrong tee again. All right, so that should be somewhere in the neighborhood of about 110. God, I just feel like I'm hitting everything thin. Just not coming down on it. Maybe I'm just coming up early. I don't know. But that's over the back of the green too, I think. Of course, I don't play the seniors much, um, so I'm not really used to moving up, but so much. All right, let's go chase that down. I was trying to hit a draw there, like a high three draw, and hit a low push. So that wasn't it. There's that. There. All right. Well, it's the number anyway. That's about all I can say for it. Okay, can we see that? There we go. All right, no way around this one. Need to hit a decent wedge shot. Let's see what we can do here. This is sort of the only thing I don't like about these balls. The rollout around the greens has been a little unpredictable, um, but let's see what happens. Well, that was pretty darn good. As Lex likes to say, I should be able to two putt it from there. Um, uh, all right, from this distance, I just cannot give up the hole. It does feel like a fair amount of break, um, but this is just too close to give up the hole. There we go. All right, take another par. Let's get out of here. All right, so that's at least we're doing okay there on the par threes. The short game's coming together, if nothing else, on the par threes. A little bit of a collapse last hole, but we'll get over that. All right, here we go. Let's write these scores down before I forget. That was a 6 with a 2 putt last hole. That was a 3 with a 1 putt right there. This upcoming hole is another one that I like in terms of being able to reach it real easily from the senior tees. So hopefully we make that happen. Looks like this chick might smoke this drive. Let's find out. She did. She smoked that drive. Oh, dang it. I had it facing the wrong way, didn't I? Dang it. I was trying to give you the sneak peek. Sometimes you just know at a dress, like this person is about to smash a golf ball. She just had that look. Now something I was just thinking about. I find it weird that there's effectively four choices for tee boxes for men, but if you're a woman, one, one tee box. You're 12, you're 102 ladies' tees, red tee. Seems a little unfair. Well, she hit a pretty decent approach shot there too. Now the miss on this hole um, is left. Um, in terms of that is my likely miss on this hole. Now, as you, I'll bring up the, let's just see here. So we got this bunker right here on the left-hand side, just off the fairway. That is really going to be exactly what I'm aiming at, because if you can see all the way down there, you've got the flag flying there, sort of right off the right-hand side of that bunker. The fairway kind of wraps around it. Like, the fairway dog legs left, but the player doesn't really have to dog leg left because there's no danger other than that one bunker. So realistically, I think they should probably put a tree past the bunker, something that'll get huge and make people sort of take the dog leg. But I'm not gonna, because I don't have to. And if it comes back to the fairway, that's great. And if not, well, there's still plenty of good lies over there in the rough. Now, they are just at the outskirts of what I would consider my furthest shot here, so I'm going to give them just another minute. Um, let's hope that provisional ball is able to just stay in my pocket. I already played an entire round with this golf ball, and you can not even really tell. There's like one tiny little scuff right there, but I am just going to keep crushing this 1 80-cent golf ball until it explodes or I lose it. Oh, I believe we're safe here. Yeah, my miss was left there, but that's fine. That ball was absolutely pumped. Okay, switch that back around there. There we go. Okay, ball was officially pumped. Let's go catch up with it. Way cleared the bunker. Probably cleared the trees on the left. I'll tell you, I had really like probably a gap wedge in or something. Oh man, I'm like right by that little tree. Um, I had basically like a little gap wedge or something in here the other day. Just blew the whole green because I just never been that close. Or no, wait, it's not a ball. That's just a piece of trash. There we go. Okay. Well, let's get a better angle. Okay. There we go. So that right there is the green. I'm putting it out. Got some long putts, it looks like. I am right over there. We're probably looking at, I don't know, I want to say 90-yard shot, maybe. Something like that. Are you retired? I am very much not retired. Now you may be asking yourself, well, then how in the world are you out here at whatever time it is playing golf on a weekday? And that is because I am a teacher. So I get 2, some would say 3 months to do whatever I'd like. Um, so that is pretty much this for 2 of those months. And it's this and go on Carnival cruises for the most part this past 2 years. What subject? So I'm at what's known as a regional alternative school, which in Virginia, like every school system has to provide alt education, and that is really just for any reason, sometimes disciplinary, but other reasons too, that a student might need to go somewhere other than their home school. So I teach out there, and I teach English and art and history, and try not to do much else beyond that. Help them do a little personal finance too, actually. Man, I got to slow down my swing. I'm just not making good contact on these approach shots at all. These are just terrible shots. All right, let's try this one more time. That should have been right on the money. Terrible. Okay, well, let's try that again. Just having a hard time finding a place that doesn't want to fall over. Okay. Okay, pin high. All right. Okay, it's on the green. It's pin high, but it's leaving me with a lot of work still. Um, so we'll see about this one. It's going to be quite a bit of break too. I just know this green well enough to tell you that. All right, if wrenching is still around, don't get mad at me. I'm just going to put it over here, so I'm going to look left-handed for a second. Hmm. Maybe I'm wrong about that break. It doesn't really feel like much at all. This little weed grass is driving me nuts. Okay. Let's just make this an easy two putt and get out of this with a bogey. All right, easy, easy peasy two putt, out with a bogey. Let's keep it moving here. Well, Red Dog, I'm feeling your pain there. The approach shot hemming me up. Good drive and even a decent wedge, but that 9 iron, I just basically topped or thinned right into the tall stuff and didn't want to go anywhere. But hey, with a wasted shot, hey, attaboy. Sorry to appropriate your handedness there for a second, buddy. All right, on the move. It's clanging around like that. What am I dues paying for? All right, I'm gonna lay back here and give them a little space. Let's see what I'm missing in the chat here. You know, they thank you there, Red Dogs. It's just a thankless job. I mean, yeah, to an extent, but you'd be surprised how many of these kids actually come back after they're graduated and actually do thank me either in writing or in person or whatever. For a lot of these kids, they're sort of sent to me with the idea that it's a punishment to an extent, but I mean, when they get to me, I'm just a teacher. I'm not a prison guard. And I think a lot of them just appreciate that even though they messed up, I didn't bother to treat them any differently. All right, let's write that bogey down before I forget. A 5 with a 2 putts. Well, we got 2 6s on the card, but we also have 2 3s on the card. So, that's something. And I haven't even had a chance to hit a lot of my favorite clubs here. It's really just been sort of like driver short irons and a 56, and that's been about it. Um, so, man, I keep forgetting to put one of my hybrids back in. Now, some people would tell you that hitting a 3-wood here and laying up is the right play. It is theoretically possible I could push a driver off the front of this, have a good one. Hey, thank you very much there, Father Fungus. I'm currently having fun. I'm playing all right. I guess let's see here. What am I? 1, 2, 3, 4 over after 5. Eh, you know, It's golfs. So yeah, I'm still going to take driver here in the hope of banging this as close as I possibly can to the hazard in front. Um, we'll see after the fact if that was a good idea. Might be a terrible idea because again, I don't play from these tees that often. Not as often as I should anyway. As this is all really just practice for retirement. All right, let's hope we get over here on this hit. I didn't see what happened. I'm absolutely amazed that she would choose to fire one off with those people still on the green. But what do I know? I got yelled at just the other day for, quote, trying to take somebody's head off. Tried to take their head off. They claim to be in a bunker when I fired one off at a green. I thought their whole group was done. All right, well, the guy is at least waiting. We'll see. We'll see if we got another shot here, if I can swing after this. Okay, here we go. Okay, all I need to do is avoid the right side. That's it. I really only have one job. That is smoked. Settle down. Ooh, boy. Okay, that may be literally at the very. I hope that's still in play. Um, I knew I was playing with fire on that one a little bit, but I just roped that thing. So let's hope I didn't push it off the front. Man, this hitting my driver well thing. Sometimes it works out great. Other times I'm banking on the fact that I'm not going to smoke one, and then that's not as safe a bet anymore. That used to be a really safe bet. We'll see again. Come on now. Is that it? Oh, okay. So that's the car pass sign. That is OB. right there, and I am here. Um, I mean, they say playing with fire is how you get burned, but also playing with fire is how you hit some hot shots. You know what? I'm just eyeballing the situation here. I've got a minute. They are not even on the green yet. So there we go. Or did she just? I can't tell if she just walked off or if she's walking to go get her putter. Okay, she's coming back. She's going back with the putter. Okay, so all I have to do here is not thin this ball or top it in any way, and I should be basically on the green. Kind of had some miserable iron contact so far on these approach shots. It has not cost me dearly yet, but it has cost me. But I'm going to stud this one close. All right, they are out of here. I believe I will be taking, kind of looks like it's on the back there. I don't know. I'll take a 7 or an 8 iron here. I'll figure that out in a second. All right. Since I'm not making the greatest contact of my life here, we're going to take a 7. Even if I hit that perfectly, it shouldn't go over the green. Oh, exactly what I didn't want to do. Couldn't have done it any more wrong. Ugh, the same shot. I did the same thing here the other day. I don't know why this hole all of a sudden is causing me fits. After smashing a drive down here, too. That's all I needed to do. All right. You know, this is what kind of kills me about just playing these rounds in general. It's like, at the end, I'm probably going to shake out, like, I don't know, maybe just under 90 or something like that. And it sounds like, oh, hey, you know, beat every hole. But it's like, no, I'm going to get a whole bunch of pars and then just give them all back on stupid holes like this. Let me think about how badly I just butchered that. Okay, so 2 was out, 4 was then in, then 6. Well, whatever. I'm going to be writing down a triple regardless, it seems. All right, let's fix this ball mark here. All right, let's see here. Looking at some right to left. Just got to get it up the hill. That's going to be the hardest part, is the pace. All right, well, that's there. That's a good drive and a decent 2 putt, but nothing of note in between. All right. What the real score is, I do not even care at that point. As I will be writing down a triple with a 2 putt. But that really sucks in terms of I've just had months and months where this hole was no real problem other than, a little long, get a bogey on it. And then the last 2 times I've played it, I've splashed it twice in a row. Um, Got to get that under control. But here's a chance to get another 3. And 3s do help offset some things, I'll say that. All right, get some water here. This is the hole at which I was accused of trying to take somebody's head off. That is ice cold. Alright, first one on the group in front of me went into the water. Let's see if I can get you an angle here. I was trying to get the camera straight. Did anybody see what happened? I missed it. Alright, this is a tough hole, realistically. It says it's the 11th handicap, but I'm generally playing it from further back, so hopefully a little easier up here. We'll see. Let's see what the scorecard says here in terms of distance. It says 135. It's in the back, though, so probably looking more like 140. I don't know, probably take a 7 iron. I'm not that guy that can go 140 pitch and wedge. That ain't gonna happen. Maybe if I wasn't playing 31-year-old clubs, but definitely not with these. All right, we got a duff chip. That's good. That's good. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I like that aggressive flopper by the young lady. Puts it pin high on the aggressive shot. I love it. And a lot of people would have tried to bump and run it up that hill. That young lady had balls of steel. Her husband bumped and run it. That's it. There you go. We know who wears the pants. Neither one of them. We're in shorts and a skirt. All right. This is a good solid chance for me to redeem myself and hit a good iron shot. My iron shots have been lacking today, to put it kindly. Oh no, I mean, I could take a hybrid at the back of it. All right, maybe I just lean away from the fact that my iron shots have been suspect. instead of try to lean into it over water. Oh, well, let's just pull a hybrid and try to 3/4 that instead. It's always a good sign when the ball doesn't want to stay on the tee. Okay, let's go right at this thing. Well, I must have come across that ball because I am in the bunker. Didn't feel like I did, but I must have, based on the flight. The good news, if there is any, is that it's dry. All right, now we got to go hit a saucy bunker shot. But I mean, like the DOT thing already knows. Like when you're from Virginia, you're just gonna hit these easy, grindy shots. It's just a matter of principle. It just comes with the territory. Hell, it's like falling apart in this month. It sounds like it's ready to just collapse. All right, let's get greasy. Here we go. All right, just because I don't want to accidentally hit the mute button, I'm gonna go backward again here. Oh, I'm out, but that's about all I can say about that. Jesus, these bunkers are horrendous shape right now. I say as I walk out of it and don't break it, but I mean, that is just such a disaster that I'm not going to bother. Just going to be honest with you all. Okay, we are out of the frying pan. Let's take a second before we hit this. I like that. Do that. Get in the hole. Oh my God. Oh, that should have been in. Oh, that should have been in. Wow. I don't know if you could see from that angle or not, but I genuinely thought that was in the hole. Just can't quite decide whether I need to give this hole up or not. No was the answer. Ugh. Okay, what did I turn that into? Uh, Tee shot out of the bunker, off the hill, two putt it. That's a five. That's a disappointing five right there. That particularly for that chip that really made it in for three. Then you turn around and turn that into a double. It's like you hate to see it, but this green is super tricky. And I thought I had a good read on it. Liked my line, hit my line. It wasn't the right line. I need a lab putter. That's what I've learned by watching the internet. Every bad iron shot I hit, it's because I'm not using Tacoma irons. And every bad putt I hit, it's because I'm not using a lab putter. That's really all you need to know about that. Oh, amateur. Let's see here. What are you saying, brother? What grade? I'm strapped to my desk. Oh, I hate to hear it, but thank you for stopping in, man. Appreciate it. I'd almost rather be working than get a double bogey. No, I'm just kidding. I'd definitely rather get a double bogey. All right, let's write that one down too. I just can't score on this front. We'll see if I put it together on the back, but that's just not good golf. So, let's see there. 18, 23, 30, 35. Okay. We're at 35 and have two holes left here on the front. Oh, I thought that was zoomed in. Is that not? Hard to tell. All right. 35. Two holes left on the front. Um, Not super stoked on that, but it's what it is. So I'm gonna let them take this shot here before I step up. As the one thing I am doing pretty effectively is at least driving the ball. Actually, I say that even my putting has been tight. I don't have a three putt yet. It's just what's in between that sucks. Guess I can start getting set up. All right, just so I can keep charging my phone here, I'm gonna keep this one here for this shot. I'll go back to normal here as soon as I can. That's pretty well pumped. I believe I'm past any of the real danger, like the bunker. I should be pretty close to the cart path sign again. So we'll see. We'll see here in a second. All right, there's the bunker. Oh, there I am. Way on down the way. All right. So yeah, maybe had another 15 yards there before the end of the fairway. And of course, I am playing off the senior tees, but still pumping this ball off any tee that still past the trap. All right, they're just walking onto the green, so it'll be a minute here. I'm trying to think which club I can most confidently fade. And I'm thinking it's probably my 6-iron in terms of getting it there. And I almost never get the ball here in 2 because I'm usually playing this at over 420 yards, whereas this is 370. At 420, it just really becomes almost ungettable because it plays so tight. At 370, I may actually be able to get there in 2 reasonable swings. I, if it has any chance of getting to the green, it has to be low and punchy enough and really run, or I've got to go high and to the right. Well, start it off left and bring it right. And I think that's what we're going to go with. I feel like trying to get to this green in 2 is a lot like gold prospecting. Um, but we'll see. Now that's contact. If that's not on the green, it's damn close. That was the exact shot I was trying to hit. I don't know if that came through over the headset, but that ball just sounded different coming off the face of the other iron shots I've been hitting. They sounded wimpy in comparison. That was just struck so clean. Am I on the fringe? I'm on the fringe. Okay. Okay. Hey, great shot. I'm not going to complain about that. But I don't think there's any reason to get tricky here. I'm just going to use a little chipper putter combo and put this away in 2 for a par. And if I do that, well, then that means I've parred the number 1 handicap hole. So let's see if we can do that. It's all going to depend on where this lands. I think I'm just going to go straight at it. Mm, mm, so close. All right, little break here. Don't think we can give that one up. There it is. Par on the number one handicap. Whew, love to see it. Love to see it. So rarely is that a realistic parable opportunity. All right. Good club selection, good execution. All right, let's write this score down before I forget it. 4-1-39. Okay, so we got a par 5 here. It's pretty gettable. It just means I'm going to have to hit a decent wood shot, and I have not played a wood yet today because I've just been so close on everything. Um, other than the one par 5 where it didn't make any sense to pull out a wood. So, gonna have to get off a good drive, gonna have to get off a good wood shot. But honestly, if I can do that, I should be pretty darn close coming into my third shot here. So we'll see. Hit a bit of a traffic jam here though. So we're just sort of in holding mode at the moment. Oh boy. That person was all the way right and just went all the way left. Let's go. Was that JP? Let's see. What up, JP? Oh man, just out here trying. We need a snack can. Dude, I would love it. You know what though? The girl who's been out here all summer though, she had her cart all decorated up yesterday. Said it was her last day. She's back off to college. So I don't know if we're even gonna have a cart girl today or snacks. Might have to go in at the turn there if I want anything. I could definitely go for a Gatorade. I'll tell you that much. But if somebody came around with a peach have a day, I would take that too. You all probably haven't had a have a day yet, and I'm not sponsored yet, okay? But it's undeniably my goal that my first endorsement be have a day. Hole you on score update. Um, I am coming into the ninth hole. On the eighth hole, I just parred number one handicap hole, but I, I'm sitting at a 39 coming into the last hole here on nine. They sell it. Yes, they do. That's in Virginia. I'm in Virginia, which is where Mr. Fat Perez is from, the one and only. And I have it on good authority. The rumor is that his mom doesn't live too far from here. If that is indeed true, and I've got it on good authority that it is, that leads me to believe that they will play here eventually, or at least he will. Man, they're good. Like if you are trying to get somebody to stock it, just bring them an ice cold one. I don't really do watermelon, that's the other flavor, but I do peach, and man, those things go down easy. It's like it is scary how easy how easily they go down. Okay. All of the danger on this hole is left. So I am really not going to bother to shut my face down here on the drive. And if it goes right, I'm going to let it. I'm going to just barely close it down. Swing hard. Can you? Hmm. So great question. Honestly, it's more like a drink you would almost get in a bar. It's not because it doesn't. Most of these seltzers are really like malt whatevers. Some of them are really seltzer and vodka or whatever. This is sparkling water and peach and tequila, and it is again just so smooth. With and by the way, I remember when they came out with this announcement and they hyped this thing to the moon. Okay, like the most important announcement in Bob Does Sports history. Like I remember the whole thing. And when I found out it was they were coming out with their own drink, yeah, tequila. Yes, I think it's some kind of premium tequila. But you don't even taste the tequila. That's just it. You taste a little bit of peach flavor, and it just goes. It just goes down. But I remember thinking like that is the biggest BS announcement. Like they hyped this thing to the moon. So better than Truly and that. Yes, yeah. All that stuff is I think seltzer based, and I don't think I really like anything that's seltzer based. And it seems like you're splitting hairs when you go, oh no, sparkling water, not seltzer water. It seems like you're splitting hairs, but I don't think you actually are. It seems to be a completely different profile for the drink. Um, so, and I'm saying that as a former bartender, perhaps, but again, they're delicious. They're delicious. Not a paid endorsement, just an opinion. Okay, all right. Like I said, not going to bother to close this one down much. We're just going to swing hard. That should be good. Well, that's spanked. I think I'm on the edge of that bunker to the left, but put a beating on it. All right, let's go catch up with that ball. That was pretty well throttled. I think I'm going to be in the rough, but it's going to be a just barely type situation. sounds like it's coming from falling apart. You all can hear that, but it's distracting me. Or am I in the fairway? I am in the fairway. Look at me. God, what a stud. What an absolute stud run tonight. Okay. That is completely pumped past this big old bunker behind me. That brings me, let's see, do I have to move this camera? Yeah, let's take one more pass at that. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. So step one of my three-step plan. Oh, she loves it. She loves it. She's on the green. Step one of my three-step plan is complete. Pump a drive. Okay. So that's done. Now comes the real dilemma. Do I hit a much safer 5-wood, or do I try to pump a 3-wood? 5-wood probably, I mean, a 3-wood probably puts me inside the cart pass sign. A 5-wood maybe gives me 100 yards in. I think I'm tempted to just go with the 5 here. I've got more control with it for sure. But the allure of hitting a roped 3-wood to the green in 2 sure sounds sexy. Damn, I do kind of want to hit a 3-wood the more I think about it. Because birdieing this would really, for the scorecard, do me a lot of favors. Somebody tell me what you think here. Play the safer 5-wood or try to pump a 3-wood at the green? We'll flip it back around. As you can see, I'm probably 240 out. All the dangers on the left. I'm more likely to... 3-wood is the most likely to go right. So maybe that's good. But I'm also more likely to slice a 3-wood than I am a 5. I mean, I think I can still get a par even with a bad 3-wood. Let's do it. That's pretty close to the car pass sign. All right, I set myself up pretty well there. Okay, I want this bird. I want it, and I can get it this distance. Just gotta hit a real iron shot. One time. Okay, got a perfect line at it. This is a full pitching wedge for me. I could try to get cutesy and punch a 9 on, but I want to go after this. Oh, send it past target. I'm just not making good contact, but the not good contact I'm making is me thinning the ball right now and sending it past target. This is killing me. I don't know where this is coming from. This is not a problem I can really deal with. Now I gotta hit some kind of 56 or something. I'm gonna have to review this stream just to figure out what I'm doing. I feel like I'm putting good swings on it, but I'm obviously not. Okay, it was right on line. Now I'm gonna need to hit. I left my wedge. I left my 56. Okay. All right. Well, guess I'm gonna take this on with a 60, and then go back and look for it. One thing at a time. Let's do this. Didn't like that. I like that. Needed another foot of carry, and it's perfect. Man, that went from the like I'm on a birdie watch to now I have to put this in the hole for a par. Is that right? What, drive 3, whatever that was. No, this is now bogey. Jesus, with a ton of break on it. All right, now I need to go back and get the club that I actually wanted to begin with, which I should have done before I ever took a shot. That's just some idiot stuff from there. That's that's almost as idiotic as not walking back to get the correct club. I think this is slightly more forgivable because I have to literally turn around. There's no point in taking a shot with a club that you already know you're not going to get the shot you want. That's exactly what that was. That was me having zero confidence in the shot I was going to hit, and then not executing once. Now I can focus because find my word and couldn't keep track of. You look like a man who knows what I want. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
The group before us thought it was ours. They brought it to us.
Oh.
Well, rather than hand it back off, we'll keep moving
Thank you. Good news is bad news is I lost it in the first place. Just have to pedal on pedal, banging. All right, coming into the back nine here. They stop off for a Gatorade though. So Robbie, I don't know if it's still you around or not. I see I've only got one person left, but I've been playing the golds here, and on this next one, this would be my only sort of realistic opportunity to drive a green on a par four. So guess what I'm going to try to do? Drive a green on a par four. Simple as that. I could act like a normal human, lay this up, but I won't. All right, I'm gonna run in here real quick, grab a Gatorade.
Oh, see, I mean, you heard me do it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
So he had a rare fit, right?
Okay. What up, Bubba? Oh, let's try not to get run over. Oh, thank you. Okay. After a fairly miserable front nine, I'm willing to bet I can put together a better back nine. That is icy. All right. That was a double for 46 front. Horrible. Let's see here. Let's have my swing by Hobbs. Oh, got a buddy who may swing by Hobbs. tell you what, I may end up having to end this just to, you know what, I may end this just to see if he wants to come back on here. I'm going to finish out this hole. I'm going to finish out this hole, and then I'm going to hit him up. Yeah, this is my buddy who is absolutely the best friend that I have who plays golf, or in that he is the best at golf of all of my friends. Um, he's a stick. He is who got me into this godforsaken sport. You know what? And I'll just play this like a normal human. Let's see here. In the interest of time, because I don't want to have to wait to tee off here. All right. Let's lay this up with a wood instead of going for it with a driver. Okay, I'll have to carry the bunker, but that was somewhat expected. Unless you land it directly in the center, you're going to have to carry one bunker or the other. Yeah, so I'm now hoping for some free golf lessons today. That's what I'm hoping for. You have to play my ball. I think she is about to play my ball. If she plays my ball, I'm just wrapping this. I'm pretty sure she did. We'll see. I'm 80% sure I just got my ball stolen. We'll see when I get up there. I'm trying not to like play on their heels, whatever. But I just saw her hit a ball that was right by my ball, and then her playing partner pick up a ball that was right by my ball. So I don't know how many balls are over there, but I suspect mine is now gone. Nope, here it is. Okay. The 7 wood. I've only got a. Now, Rick, in terms of um, woods, right? I've got obviously the driver, a 3 wood, a 5 wood, and a 4 hybrid in the bag. Um, so that gives you some options. I've got a 6 hybrid in the car, which I meant to put back in my bag. But since you just got here, I'm going to let you know one of my friends just hit me up by way of text and said that he's in town and may be coming by Hobbs. So I may end up killing this stream just to restart one later because I think he'll jump on with me. Saying about how golf encourages world peace. Hey man, I love vegetables. If you want to whirl your peas, whirl your peas. All right. I am just continuously having the same miss right now. That is the same miss all day. Just not getting down on the ball. Well, the good news is I at least have the club I want this time. Oh man, it's so wild how it's like one sort of swing thought or whatever you want to call it for the day, motion, feel. It's like it's great, but then it goes away as quickly as it can. All right, let's see if I can at least hit some sort of decent bunker shot here. Boy, oh boy, things getting messy. Ugh. Like how I'm the only person that's gonna rake this bunker today. All right, I don't even have my putter in my hand. I'm just gonna go up here, chip this right by the hole, and pick it up. Well, that's not by the hole. It's decent pace control, but put it over here with the wedge. Let's hit the old blade putt. Close enough. I think. All right. What would that have otherwise been a bogey? Well, I'll say otherwise a bogey. Second hit into the bunker, third out, fourth, 5, 6. No, that was dumb. All right. Well, I'm going to end on that horrendous note there, gang. Hit up my buddy and see if he wants to go live. 3x the putts. No, you don't want to 3 times your putts, buddy. All right, I'm gonna end there. Hopefully, I come back on here with Levi. Levi is an absolute stick. Um, I'll let you know in the golf and Discord before I do. And I'm quitting the stream temporarily. I'm hoping to come back and play even more with Levi. Like I said, he's fun too. So, and I've got 2 microphones ready. So we'll see. I'm gonna see if I can get him. See everybody later.